Have you been collecting 10-inch squares, but you're not quite sure what to do with them? Hi, I'm Lisa from Lori's Country Cottage, and welcome to How Tuesday. Today, I'm going to show you what to do with your 10-inch squares. We'll draw some inspiration from a book, and then I'll show you a great tool to help you get creative. If you've been collecting 10-inch squares, I've got a treat for you. This is the book 10-inch Square Quilt Block Book by Carolina Moore, and it contains more than 40 patterns using 10-inch squares. And then she has her cake cutter ruler, which is a companion tool, and I'm going to show you how that works. But first, the book. The book contains more than 40 patterns, technically 40 patterns for quilts, but it's actually a lot more. Each quilt in the book, and here are some examples, assumes that you have 42 10-inch squares. You don't need background fabric to complete these quilts. But every time you learn a skill, how to do a block, she shows you different layouts. So each pattern isn't just one pattern, it's several patterns. If you add background fabric, of course, you can make your quilts bigger and you can add borders. So let's look at the cake cutter ruler and how it works with the book. Well, it's meant to be used with 10-inch squares. So it is 10 inches square. It's got lots of lines to help you. I'm going to show you some of the things that the ruler does. So first of all, when you're working with 10-inch squares, they're cut with a little frayed edge. And there's always a question about, is 10 inches the outside of the point or the inside of the point? And so this ruler is exactly 10 inches. This is going to make a mess. But if I trim all those little points off, I know that this square is exactly 10 inches. So when I'm laying two squares together, I don't have to worry about if I have the points matching or the dips matching. And there are all the little debris from outside of the block. So now I know I have a perfectly accurate 10-inch square. So the ruler it's made out of a flexible plastic, and she did that on purpose so that it was less breakable. Anything that has these grooves inside the ruler or the template just makes it more fragile. And so to have a lighter weight plastic gives it a little bit of flexibility and less chance of it just snapping and breaking. So as you can see, there's my 10-inch square, and there are grooves in the ruler that are made for marking tools. It's not made for cutting, it's for marking tools. So I would take my marking tool, mark on the back of my fabric. Let's say I was making 8 at a time half square triangles. So mark my diagonals. There are my lines. Now I can go to my sewing machine, put my two 10-inch squares together, stitch a 1/4 inch on all those lines, cut them apart, and I've got 8 half square triangles. But the ruler also has other great markings. It's used for measuring and for squaring up. So let's say I wanted to take my 10-inch squares and create 5-inch squares using the ruler. Well, I would take the 5-inch mark, cut vertically, use my awesome rotating mat, and do the same thing the other direction. Now, here's a really cool thing. If you're left-handed, the ruler has markings for right and left-handed. So I would just have to flip my ruler and cut left-handed, which there's not a chance that I'm able to do that. I probably could if I thought really hard, but I'm right-handed, so I'm going to cut right-handed. So let's say you've created a bunch of half square triangles and now you want to square them up. So let's say take them down to 4.5 inches. Well, the markings are on the ruler to help you do that. Plus, you've got that diagonal line. So I'm going to lay my ruler on my square at the 4.5 inch mark. And just like using any other ruler, I can square up my blocks. So it's got markings. I'm just going to pull another piece of fabric to help you see the markings, all the way from 10 inches down to 2 inches. So you can square down to 2 inches. So this is a great tool if you're someone who loves to work with 10-inch squares. I think the ruler is not super slippery. Like, it doesn't have anti-slip on the back, but I didn't find it super slippery. And I like the idea of actually shaving. I think I would actually go through the time to shave all those little points off the edge of my pre-cut 10-inch squares, because it'll make my sewing more accurate. Thanks for joining me for How Tuesday today. I hope I've inspired you to pull out your 10-inch squares, find something in Carolina Moore's book, and get busy using the cake cutter ruler. If you enjoy our videos, make sure you subscribe and ring the little bell below so you get notifications whenever we post a new video. Thanks for joining me today.